Omolara, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay,
How
we're
are you
going
doing
live.
today?
We are
Esi-Ìfẹ,
very
good
early.
morning.
Morning to you.
Hello, Mr. T. Can you hear me?
Can you cite me? I'm having a big tape here, on and on.
You are on. You are live. Your
It keeps
voice is clear.
dancing around. Okay.
Your audio is clear. And we are live on Facebook and YouTube.
The audio from your end is static. It's
Okay, I'm starting off. I hope it improves as we go along. You gotta make it quick today.
This is a Vintage Talkshow with Femi.
Esi-Ìfẹ will soon be helping me with this thing. Mr. T is gone off again. Wow. Okay, let's start. God to go with us. Good morning this morning. This lovely, lovely 8th day of March 2025. Was it not? How many days ago did we say Happy New Year? We go on. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge and friends, wherever you are listening to us. Is it on TopRadio 90.9 FM? Or you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook? Welcome. Welcome. Well, I've not changed. My name is still Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. And by the courtesy of our network providers, I hope it works this morning. I have friends in the studio and online. First, let me welcome our dark and lovely. She's here today, ready, prim and proper. Esi-Ìfẹ, Arogundade. Good morning, Esi-Ìfẹ.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to a great and lovely day. Happy International Women's Day to all the women of power out there.
Well, I'm meant to. Do we have International Men's Day? Yeah?
Yes.
We do?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
It appears that Women's Zone is like every other month, but we love them. Without women, there's no world, Abby.
Yes,
The world
sir.
can move ahead and we can grow. Anyway, thank God for women. Another woman is there, priming and waiting. Good morning, Omolara. Famuyiwa.
Good morning, Mr. Fudge. Women makes the world move anyway. Good morning, Esi-Ìfẹ. Good morning, Lagos. Welcome to another lovely episode of the Vintage Talk Show. Enjoy it.
Okay, I agree with Omolara. Women make the world go. Well, others will be joining us. They are coming in and out, courtesy network hitches. As they come in and out, we will introduce one another. He's trying to come in again. Let me see who's there. Oh, he's not yet here. Okay, we'll move on. If you hear us at home, Mr. T, Bosun, Alex, Wale, and Akindamola, find your way through the traffic and make it through. Well, we hope to have an interesting day today on entertainment news, uh, the Niger trends, possibly newspaper review, headline reviews, I beg your pardon, and tidbits here and there. But let's see, let's see. But remember, we always strive here to speak truth to power and shine light on dark spots. We'll lead with this a beautiful intro. But before then, we are told to follow. So we start with it.
Join Richard Moore on Security 247 and Family Protection every Wednesday, 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Top Radio.
Mr. T, are you? Oh, he's still trying to load.
Security 247 and Family Protection
Oh, wow.
is a trusted source for staying safe in business, marriage, social security, security for
Hello, Mr. T. Oh, Omolara, try and be stable
Okay.
because you're loud. I'll take care of that baby coughing there. Yes, this is Wow, featuring Skepta and Naira Marley by Whiskey. Well, while they are wowing themselves there, I mean, Whiskey, Skepta, and Naira Marley, things that we can digest and live with. Let me share this with you. Let's start with the quote of the week. The wisdom is like a barber tree. No one individual can embrace it. Remember, barber tree is wide and hefty. No one individual can embrace it, except you are what they call these people in the Bible. There, these Carthaginians or something
Mm.
kite. The giant from Higagite and Hagagite and all those guides, except that even that one is a stretch. So what we are saying is that knowledge is vast and collective. We need to share knowledge. You can be a tree on your own. So Baba tree is like wisdom, or wisdom is like Baba tree. No one individual can embrace it completely. So are you back now?
I pray so. Good morning.
Okay, I'm going to introduce you now. How many blips in this one? I don't know why it's been on the list at all. Anyway, good morning, Mr. T. Tokunbo
Good
Ojekunle.
morning.
You have been released by the network people. You know, they've been seizing your
Faj,
voice since.
Faj, I had to sign an MOU with them.
Wow.
I had to sign an MOU. And the MOU has a lifespan. So I don't know when it's going to go off again, but there's an MOU. So beware. Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning, Lagos. Morning, Nigeria. Esi-Ìfẹ morning. Lara morning. Ah, wow. House is getting full, right?
Morning, sir.
Yeah,
Morning.
yeah.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Good, thank you.
Mm, you're welcome. Okay, in terms of knowledge, talking about knowledge, we did some fact checking on common brain teasers and knowledge boosters we read on social media and all. This is one said you might have heard this. Say, do you know that the bat is the only mammal capable of flight? That its leg bones are so thin that it cannot walk.
Yeah.
Fact checker says it's mostly true. Hmm, mostly true. Yeah, some colorful is there, but it's largely true. Bats are indeed the only mammals capable of true sustained flight. However, while some bats, like the common vampire bat, can walk or even run using their wings, many species struggle to move efficiently on land due to their
Mm.
thin leg bones. So, really, there's vampire bats. Other was
Yeah,
other was fiction, all these twilight fiction and
there,
all those stuff.
there are.
Wow.
There are, Fudge. And the very intriguing thing is, I wonder how long it would have taken these scientists to study them and find out exactly the characteristics they carry. It just it puzzles me sometimes. But
That's it.
hey, that's
That's the,
true.
that's the power of human knowledge. Always seeking, always seeking. Not
Yeah.
us here that most of us we also read gossip and internet and social media make
But
noise and
Fudge,
call us.
that is where your nation has not dealt with you.
Yes, it's don't let us go into it. It's too early in the day to start lamenting. How did you get here? How did they put you here? Huh? We say, why God? Why God?
Which
But let's
part?
move on.
Which part?
We're already here. There's no going back. There's no
We're here
getting out
already.
of it.
We're here.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Esi-Ìfẹ and Omolara are ready for the entertainment news. Let's do back and forth. Let's start with yeah, okay, let's go.
Traditional media Traditional media must evolve to survive. Dotun. Popular on-air personality, Dotun, has a clear
Is
message.
that how they write his name?
Yes,
Uh okay. And he put dot two and then
yes, yes.
okay. The Gen Z style, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Has a clear message for media professionals. Embrace digital transformation or risk being left behind.
Hmm.
Speaking with Saturday Beat, he warned that artificial intelligence will soon take over many roles in the industry.
Hmm.
Yeah.
According to him, radio stations need to start thinking digitally to stay relevant in the coming years. Reflecting on his 2 decades in the industry, Dotun
Mhm.
emphasized the need for evolution, stating, I have always pushed for change. The future of media is digital, and we must transition now. He also criticized Nigeria's media regulations, calling them restrictive, and highlighted how streaming and social media are changing content consumption. In his words, Nigerians still rely on traditional media, but mobile phones are now the primary source of information. We must adapt or fade out.
I like that. Reflecting on his
Beautiful.
two
Wow.
decades of his
Wow.
work in the media.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that, and we are most digitalized. So, if you ask me that Tina, after 4 decades, will you even remember?
Fudge, you know something? As first was reading up Dotson's piece, I
Yes.
reflected. I think in 1982,
Hmm.
we had a foreign facilitator who came to introduce this idea of very soon machines will take over, and we had a hot argument in the place. And then you know what? Years down, I realized that this thing has started moving. It can change. And you know what the problem we have now, aside of what Dotun has said, is the fact that we have broadcast managers who are not living up to the truth and realities of time.
Yeah.
So most of these stations are just static now. I'm telling you, I can give you 10 names, even around Lagos, that have not woken up to this trend. And it's so sad, honestly. And I do not know how we are going to do it unless they wake up. All broadcast managers are just not there. Many of them, with due respect to those who are there, many. And it's the thinking they have that they used to lead the station to the next level. Yeah, that's the truth. And
Okay.
God help us, Faj. God help us.
Mr. T, before Omolara comes in with their piece, I read a shocking news about radio station in Lagos State. And
Hmm.
the guy mentioned over 170 radio stations in
Yeah,
Lagos. How do you share the market from Lagos?
Faj.
170 something stations.
These stations are coming up every day.
What?
Can I
Ah.
tell you the truth about that? You know what they are doing, Faj? Okay, you go into an estate area and land is being sold, and you have money, and you decide to buy the land and keep the land until when it appreciates.
Hmm.
Majority of the people who have licenses today, let them come and chat, let them come and face me. Many of them do not understand what it takes to own a station. They just have the license. So Faj,
Hmm.
a year down the line, your idea blooms, you get some money. And then the next thing is, I better go and buy a license off that is not being used effectively.
Hmm.
So you go out to buy. Look, let them come and challenge me, face me. Fine,
Wow. Wow.
it's a sad thing, and that's the truth. So that report you have read, is real and true, but it's still expanding. This morning, I'm telling you that 2 or 3 other stations will rise.
Hey.
Yeah, before the end of this show, 2 or 3 will rise again. Yeah, that's not it. Proliferation is not congruent with effectiveness and impactfulness on the
Yeah.
society, which radio is expected to do. So we proliferate, we keep under the carpet. When somebody comes, he needs it. Bingo,
Wow.
and that's the truth. Most
This is
times,
touching. This is touching on Mr.
very,
T's nerve. So we'll come back to
very.
that. We'll take a short break, Omolara. That's a commercial break. We'll get back to you.
Families and neighbors come together by sharing delicious meals, from jollof rice to tomato stew, from moi moi to porridge beans. Every meal is specially prepared and flavorful with onga seasoning cubes. Together, we share not just food, but love with those who need it most.
Celebrate the blessings of this holy month.
Omolara, you just start after the cue, after the song.
Great taste and aroma.
Okay, sir.
This is the Vintage Talkshow with Femi.
Go.
Money can't buy good health. Tenny shares her malaria struggle. Popular Nigerian singer Tenny has opened up about a tough 2-week battle with malaria. In a video posted on Instagram, she humorously called out mosquitoes in Ikate, Lagos, urging Oba Elegushi to take action. Despite being unwell, she still travelled to Ondo State for a show, joking that she couldn't return the money she was paid. Her post captioned, "Money cannot buy you health oo, na God," reminds fans that wealth is no guarantee of good health. That was from Tenny.
We lost you. We lost you momentarily, but I think we got most of the gist. He had a tough 2-week battle with malaria, and
Yeah.
uh, she confessed that it's by the grace of God that she made it. Okay, okay, yeah. Esi-Ìfẹ, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Pain still lingers. Pain still lingers. Kemiti mourns Sisi Quadri. Nollywood actress Kemiti is still grieving the loss of her dear friend and colleague, Sisi Quadri. In an emotional Instagram post, she marked the anniversary of his passing, sharing cherished moments they had together. It's been a year, but the pain hasn't faded. She wrote, "Losing a brother and colleague like him was heartbreaking. We never truly get over grief. We just learn to live with it." She
Mm.
described Sisi Quadri as a kind-hearted soul, praying for his eternal rest. Fans and fellow actors have since flooded the post with messages of support, proving that the late actor's impact is still deeply felt in the industry.
Yeah, that's so sad. It's already a year.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm.
that boy can abuse. Why?
We'll miss him for that.
Can abuse, and it's like a metaphoric and hyperbolic and anything you can. Every figure of speech
Everybody,
is in his mouth.
everybody.
It was
Okay, it's nice having you this morning. Join us, Wale Wusu. Wale, good morning.
A wonderful morning to you, sir, and a wonderful morning to everyone. I apologize for coming late. I left the studio very, very late yesterday, and
I think,
but I thank God
it's
I'm back.
okay. Just, just, just come. Before you give, the next week I'll do another apology. So we know there's an apology every week. Just say your okay. Omolara, are you ready for us? Okay, so we thank God for Tenny survived. I mean, sorry, we're talking about the
Sisi
Baba,
Quadri.
the young man that died last year, Sisi Quadri. He's a man, so although they call him Sisi, I don't think he's queer. I think it's just Monica. So a name, Abi, that gives himself. Though he appears,
Yes, yes,
womanly and all that. And I think it's all play thing, Abi.
yes.
Do you know anything different? Eh? Okay. It's not looking at me. Just turn aside. Back over me, bye. Okay. Omolara, let's go.
Is she on?
She's on. That's
Mercy,
the time.
yeah, my network is acting up.
Oh,
Mm.
okay, sorry.
Go ahead, please.
Mercy Eke returns to school for MBA. Reality star and media personality Mercy Eke is back in school. She announced on Instagram that she has resumed her MBA journey, expressing excitement about the new experiences ahead, with the caption, "Chasing my dreams, done playing, back to reality." Mercy is focused on self-improvement and personal growth.
Good for her. But let's be clear about something. I understand that she's a reality star. What does it mean? Media personality. Does what does that mean? Does she work in media, or the media covers her extensively, or what is media personality about her?
I honestly do not know.
I just want to know. Omolara, you
You know
shame me.
they once they have this their small microphone and one corner space, do some podcast,
Okay,
the next thing they tag them
before
media personality.
okay, so before
Absolutely
you
right.
active on
She is
active
absolutely
on
on point.
social media. Okay, I get that. I get that. So okay, I get that. So it's like social media personality. Okay,
That's
I
it.
can
Yeah.
live with that.
That's it.
Mm,
That's it.
I can live with that. Okay, Esi-Ìfẹ, let's go.
My
Well, we should congratulate her. Going for her masters is
yes,
good. So
congrats,
it's
congrats.
Yeah,
not all
Yeah.
fluffy things and all that. She wants to.
very, yeah, very forward looking. I like that. I like that. Yes. Mm.
Mm. Okay.
My husband entertained mistresses in my presence.
Ah.
Mama Ireko. Veteran actress Mama Ireko has opened up about the shocking emotional abuse she endured in her marriage. In a candid interview, she revealed that her late husband would openly entertain his mistresses at home, sometimes even sending her on errands to accommodate them. I was angry, but I was too afraid to confront him, she admitted. His girlfriends would visit, and some even stayed the night while I was there. Our revelations have sparked conversations about the struggles many women face in toxic marriages. Ha!
Well, I don't know. We said veteran. I haven't heard that name before. Mama Eleko.
Ireko, she's popular.
Ireko.
Ireko is in the island. He's on the island.
That's Ireko. Rani Mama Ireko, the actress. I've not heard that name before, and she's a veteran.
Yes, she acts Yoruba movie.
No, what Fudge is fighting for is she a veteran? I mean, veteranship comes with anyway. That is another topic for another day. But what she talked about, Fudge, I'm sorry everybody. I can't relate, but I can tell you I remember a very, very big personality in the juju scene who was very he lived somewhere in Surulere. Big man, and he would go out for evening gigs, and when he comes back with a woman in the same house, and how his wife must make food for them. After preparing food for them, she goes into her room, to her apartment, and then 3 or 4, 5 hours after, she sees the person off, and life continues. I've asked this question several times, Faj. I have asked this question several times, and I've not gotten an answer even at my age. At this age, I haven't. Our traditional instincts have played us out convincingly. When you sit them down, say, my father, Baba me had, 20-something, it's real. These are tough mysteries of matrimony that we should gradually unveil, not on this program, but something else. It's really touching. Yeah, women have.
I mean, if you have new wives or we have many wives, I mean, some part of our culture allows it. Even some kind of faith permits it. That's good. I mean, they're bringing it into the matrimony, but this is just fornication, basically.
Yeah.
And your wife is there. You send her out. It's so demoralizing. Why did she?
Well, that would be many years back. I don't think it's a now thing. But Mariko's case, yeah. Pardon me.
Well, I hope she.
Yeah.
Mariko's case must be, way back, fairly way back. Yeah, she probably was doing a flashback.
Are you saying it doesn't happen nowadays?
It does, but it does.
For our age.
I like the way Esi-Ìfẹ put it. It does. The O signifies a lot of. It's heavy. It's heavy, really heavy.
Because all the stories I'm reading nowadays.
Yeah.
About this, about that, it's so dirty. Okay. Well, Americo, we thank God. I hope you have overcome the trauma, and the man is alive to apologize and seek restitution all the days of his life. That's a permanent thing that only God can help her to overcome. Okay, let's move on. Ogao.
Ogao.
Ogao. Oh, is there? Omolara, shoot.
Mercy Chinwo sues Very Dark Man for ₦1 billion over defamation. Gospel singer Mercy Chinwo has taken controversial content creator Very Dark Man, known as VDM, to court for defamation, demanding ₦1 billion in damages. VDM has accused Chinwo of diverting $345,000 owed to a former record label Easy. Chinwo's legal team, led by Pelumi Olajengbesi, insists the allegations are false and have tarnished her image. The lawsuit demands a retraction, a public apology, and the removal of the alleged defamatory posts. This comes as Eazy himself faced fraud-related charges with his court arraignment held Thursday, 6th of March.
Wow, that's their case. That's their case. You get us a bill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yes.
any advice to give that VDM guy. I don't think I I basically I just scroll past when I see his post. I
Exactly.
I don't understand. I don't see how you lampoon people based on evidence that sometimes may not be sustainable in the court of law. But this is a new media. It's called new media. There's new madness, new laws, new ways of this. People like Wale will be in his corner. The, I'm I'm sure Wale is your friend, Abby.
Ọlọ́run má jẹ́.
Yeah, that's straight.
Wale, you're a comedian. Oh.
Let me add the Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ o.
Okay, okay. That's a different case. That's a different case. Is it have more?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
AY questions Nigerians' cycle of selling land to relocate.
Hmm.
Comedian AY has sparked a debate on the endless cycle of migration among Nigerians. He pointed out that while many Nigerians sell their land to relocate abroad, they often struggle with multiple jobs overseas, only to later send money back home to buy land again. In a thought-provoking post, he wrote, Nigerians abroad are hustling day and night to buy land in Nigeria, while those in Nigeria are selling their lands to relocate abroad and do the same. What kind of cycle is
Madness. Real
It is.
madness.
It is madness.
Real
It is
madness.
madness.
That's in literary criticism class. That's something we call Sisyphusism. Sisyphus
Mm-hmm.
is a Greek personage that will roll a big rock towards the
Mm-hmm.
mountain. It was caused by the gods to roll the big rock over up to the mountain. The thing will roll back and it will roll it back up again. That's his work throughout his lifetime. That's the kind of thing that the Nigerians are doing. This is it's a Sisyphean. You buy land, you sell it, you go abroad, you work your mind off, you try and buy more land. The others are selling it, and that's if they buy the land for you, and they don't kill you when you come and take possession. It's a vicious circle. Vicious circle.
Fudge, that the current thing now, those who have done that few years ago, and jackpot, they are now finding it easy. They want to come back. Some have even come back now. They are now tenants in the fields they owned before. I have two cases. They are now
Wow.
tenants in the field they owned. They once owned. They sold the land to travel, but they didn't find a good sitting environment, and so they were forced to come back. They are now back. Most of the people they sold the land to are now the ones squatting them on those lands they bought off them.
Yeah.
So when that guy wrote the psychosis, it is exactly like that, and it is happening. It is happening. Yeah.
Esi-Ìfẹ, last story.
Seun Kuti slam celebrities and feminists? Afrobeat musician Seun Kuti is calling out Nigerian celebrities and feminists for their silence on a serious issue. He criticized them for failing to support Senator Natasha Akpoti-Duagan, who recently accused the Senate president of sexual harassment. Seun Kuti compared the situation to the Annie Dibia divorce saga, questioning why celebrities were quick to rally around Annie, but have remained silent on a critical issue affecting women in politics. Many so-called women activists are quiet because they benefit from government grants, he alleged. He urged Nigerian women to stand with Senator Natasha and demand justice.
The man that is all about settling. Is beating the bush around people around there. And today is International Women's Day, Abby.
Yes, sir.
So it's a good day for women to stand up for women, Abby. Yeah. Feminists and women liberals. So what do you think about this Natasha thing? Where are you standing?
Whose question is that?
It's
I wanted to know who you are.
It's very calm down.
Yes,
Don't rush it.
I'm not rushing.
Hey, don't rush it. Where do you stand? Let's everybody be quiet so I can hear you.
My stand is that women should have supported her. That's my stand.
What do we should have? It's not finished. She has not stopped the case. What do we should have? You mean they should support her now as it is?
Yes, they should come around her, ask questions,
find out what actually happened, investigate the evidence available,
exactly,
and then take a position.
Yes.
So you are saying women should just become investigative journalists and do the work so that they know where they can stand.
Also voice out. If there are also other cases of sexual harassment elsewhere, they should all come out and say, "Oh, this is also my own experience
against this same person or just against men generally."
It might be other people.
Okay, I get your point. Yeah, I think she makes a solid point. Women should investigate properly before pitching their camp.
Joining the fray, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Esi-Ìfẹ Arogundade, for that brief entertainment interlude. We'll take a short break and come back and talk about headline reviews or sports blitz with Wole Wusu.
After this one, I'm not sure there's any
For why?
I feel like this one comes
Please come. I will do it. I won't do. I will tell you what to read now. Let's go on. The Natasha own is about the action that happened.
I can come, no problem.
Of course, you are coming.
I think Nigerian trends relate. That one is general. There's policy there. This one just strictly entertainment. While that one has like
this one is Seun Kuti saying something. How has that got to do with the main political issue?
No political issue, not just Seun Kuti. When I was listening to internet, I feel like the entertainment news and Nigerian trends overlap. They don't.
Sometimes impossible. It's because of what's happening. What is trending happen to be some kind of entertainment. If you don't want to do it, I can do it myself.
No, I don't know.
Come now, come and sit down.
But you said after this, we're doing sports bits or headlines.
Oh, okay, yes.
2 more coming first.
Oh, so the seat will be open.
Yes.
So the seat will be empty.
Oh, Daddy, I'm not sorry. I don't be nodding. Look at my head.
It's okay.
You can just move.
My learned cancer.
Oh, I didn't know I was loud enough.
Carol, how are you doing?
What do you think of what I was saying? Was I right?
What exactly were you saying?
So
Wole, please get ready for.
Don't worry.
The entertainment that just happened now, and the Niger trends that we usually do, I feel like they overlap. But he was telling me that there's usually some form of difference, but I'm not sure I can hear it.
No, there would be. Think through it or read through it. Let's take a sample today. There are usually slight differences, maybe angle of reportage or storyline. There would be something different.
Okay.
There definitely will be something different. Yeah.
I'm saying okay,
That,
but I don't agree because I've checked
ah,
them.
wait, don't put me in trouble. I agree with that, you.
I was like, well,
Wale, are you ready?
Yes, I am, sir.
hi, Mr. Wusu. Hi, Omolara. I'm not sure what to call you each, so I'll just call what I can see on the screen.
Good morning, ma.
Hi, good morning. How you doing?
My
Good
name is
morning,
Tamilore.
Omolara. Oh, Tamilore, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Wale. Good morning,
Good
Tam.
morning.
I like they already have a nickname for me.
I'm going back on there.
All right, sir.
85 seconds.
All right, sir.
I'm going to introduce you first.
Yeah, but we're going to be doing two.
Hmm?
We're going to be doing two whole sections before.
You can contribute.
I cannot see you. Light is blocking.
This is the Vintage Talkshow with Femi Akintunde-Johnson.
Well, I'm a lucky guy. I've switched babes. One baby's gone, another baby's here. If you are watching on YouTube
May that bring
and
up your passion in Jesus'
Facebook,
name.
Facebook, joining me this morning is our learned friend and sister. Yeah, adorable Tamilore is here with us. Good morning, Tamilore.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. Don't mind that. There'll be some side lecturing as we go ahead. She doesn't let things slide without imputing her own advice and suggestion and advisory, as legal people always do. But we're
True to
moving
our
on to
calling.
sports,
I'll
please.
take that as a
And Wale
compliment.
Wusu is with us. Wale, shoot.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. And when it comes to sports, it's time to increase the level of adrenaline in your body system. So here we go. Sport Bleeze, and as we say, your fast-paced roundup of the biggest sports stories all around the world, especially in Nigeria. Chukwueze and Boniface set to miss out. The new Super Eagles coach is making it clear only players in top form will get the nod for Nigeria's crucial 2026 World Cup qualifiers this month. His priority, regular starters and impact players are reflected in the standby list. This could spell trouble for Samuel Chukwueze and Victor Boniface, who have struggled for game time at AC Milan and Bayern Leverkusen respectively. The inclusion in the final 23-man squad now hangs in the balance. What does this mean for Nigeria's attacking options?
Well, I don't. We seem to be alluding that this is going to be a special coach and all that stuff. Nigeria in the past, we have had bench warmers starting games for us. So I don't think there's any problem with Chukwueze will be in that team. Boniface will be in that team. If we are not careful, Boniface will even start. And then Chukwueze will come in the second half. I don't think. Let's see. Except something changes. I don't think it's going to be something tectonic change that will cause us to. But it'd be nice if you can beat Rwanda in Rwanda.
Mhm.
We have not been able to do that in like about 3 meetings. The best we could get was a draw, and then they beat us like goat the other time here. I still have hope. Let's move on.
All right. Can I just make a little comment regarding that last statement?
Go ahead.
I think it was more like a dead rubber game. That was why the Super Eagles were lackadaisical about that game, and they let it go. On a good day, I trust the Super Eagles. They will thrash them.
Wale, 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 this cause
Yes, sir.
matter. This cause matter. It's the end of the game that you know or remember.
You must always play for your jersey, for your country. Which can be
Absolutely.
the beat
Absolutely.
like some people have just come in that they are used to it every time. We understand their own case. Good morning, Bosun. Anyway, let's move on. We come back to this later properly. We are going to do it properly. We need to sympathize with the Bosun's case. Okay, Wale.
All right.
Where's coming from?
I don't know.
Can we go on now?
Please go ahead.
All right, still talking about the game coming up, World Cup qualifiers this month. The first one is on the 21st. That will be against Rwanda in Rwanda. And the second one will be against Zimbabwe. That's on the 25th of this month. So it's more like a double header this month. Now, Rwanda, still talking about Rwanda now. Rwanda gears up with test match. They are really preparing against the Super Eagles. Rwanda is fine-tuning preparations for that 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier against Nigeria with a test game against a local side this Saturday. That's today. A new head coach, Adel Amoruche, is set to field domestic players in the friendly, giving them a chance to prove themselves before finalizing his squad. With the Super Eagles coming to town on Friday, March 21st, the Amavubi are leaving no stone unturned. Whether they like it or not, they can turn the Aso Rock. I can tell them they will be thrashed right in front of their parents, right there.
That's the problem with these sports people. Right? I remember Arsenal and co. Always making mad. You're not the one playing. You're not the one playing.
Oga Fudge. Don't go to Arsenal's case. Our people said that Frog said when you get to the issue of tail, just overlook that side.
Okay. Because Nigeria is my country. I don't want to finish between us now and say, is it not this, is it not that? Then the excuses will start flowing. Why don't you just be modest and say, we'll try, we'll see what will happen. You're beating them in front of their mother. What are they beating now? The referees are bad in Africa. The fields are terrible.
Sorry, John. Arsenal won 7-1 away this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Me, I just say with Arsenal.
It looks like something from the fiction book. When something happens unknowingly, you tend to forget it.
They eliminated Juve.
Congratulations, Arsenal.
Don't worry.
The problem is they whet your appetite with all this kind of beating, and then when you expect them to win, they give you hard.
Okay, we are talking about Super Eagles now, not Arsenal now.
Okay, sorry. Finish your story. It's because this Arsenal man is there and wearing Arsenal jersey.
Because it's a sports story. Gunners for life, sir.
I get it.
Wow.
I get it. You said it's not Arsenal now. Let's move on. It's Nigeria, B. Let's move
on. Still talking sports now, and coincidentally, it has something to do with Arsenal this time around. Nwaneri, Nigeria or England? Arsenal wonder kid. Arsenal wonder kid, yo. Arsenal wonder kid. Ethan Nwaneri is keeping his international options open. Born in England to Nigerian parents, the attacking midfielder is widely regarded as Arsenal's next big star, having stepped up impressively this season. At just 17, he's in high demand and has made it clear that he'll accept whichever senior national team calls first. Will Nigeria make their move before England does? That is the question.
Wherever they, in fact, I don't understand. Like I said the week before, why are they talking about it? Is the Flying Eagles that should be calling him, not Super Eagles. He's too young. He's 17. Because he's calling for Arsenal, that means he should come to play in 1930.
It's not a small boy. It's a small boy in big team.
He's official age.
He's a big man in small boy team. He doesn't say 17, you like their grandfather.
But it's
no, that's not this thing about his age. It's just his level of talent. God forbid. That's okay. That's what Arsenal can do for Isa.
You should do Flying Eagles first. That's under 21 now. Do Flying Eagles. Let's see how it, so that you don't rush
Flying Eagles, okay? Why Flying Eagles?
You can imagine,
Fudge. I don't agree with this one. Why Flying Eagles long? Why?
He's too big for going to England now. You want him to go to under 16? We have under 18
Fudge, everything we are talking about now is child abuse. Well, I mean, right? It's child abuse.
They should not rush him. He has plenty of time.
Yeah, that's the idea. They shouldn't rush him. They shouldn't rush him. I agree.
I don't know if go far with the England team, because most times what they do is they get all those young people to play for their national team and then they dump them afterwards. You remember Tammy Abraham? And a few other ones like that. They've done
Gabriel Agbola.
Exactly. Yeah.
One or two caps for England and that ends it. And you can't switch any longer.
Okay, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Wusu, for the sports base. We take a commercial break and come back with Niger Trends.
This blessed month of Ramadan, we begin with faith and the spirit of giving.
Families and neighbors
Sports and their problems.
From jollof to tomato stew, from moi moi to porridge beans, every meal is specially prepared and flavorful with Onga seasoning cubes. Together, share not just food, but love with those who need it most.
Celebrate the blessings of this holy month with Onga seasoning cubes. Onga, for great taste and aroma.
This is a Vintage Talkshow with Femi Akintunde-Johnson, the front.
Mr. P says I do with Tiwa Savage. Akindamola. Akindamola, you can't be live on here and be lying down on your bed. That's why I'm lying on the bed. You are lying down somewhere. You are still lying down.
I'm actually sitting on the rug.
Please be upright because you are live. And if you have malaria, we can shut you down till next week. Don't act as if you
have malaria.
Own the radio station. As if you own the radio station. So I can't allow. You gotta just spread the line, spread the good there. I was just going, what is it? What is it? Oh my God. I didn't shut down the music. No, I filtered online. When you hear the boom, you try, you spread it well. Who is this?
I think it is. That's Omolara.
Omolara. Okay. There's no story on Natasha there. Why are you complaining?
No, it's not Natasha. I was just listening to what she was saying, right? And I just think that they should be merged into one section.
No. Entertainment is there. Nigeria trends have nothing to do with entertainment.
What's the trends about?
Huh?
What's it about?
It's about stories trending all over Nigeria. You could come from anywhere, social, economy, education, military, but entertainment is just entertainment, music, movies, and all that.
Maybe each section had like an intro, like when Wale did his own, and he said news about blah blah blah. So it's defined what each section is.
You always say now, entertainment. It doesn't need explanation.
Nigeria trends, we don't do intro.
We do intro. Entertainment is intro. We don't need to say entertainment is for entertainment. It's
Sorry?
Nigeria trends. We need to do intro.
No, not the same story. It's not the same story. I think a streamlining is necessary, but since I'm the only voice saying it,
Get ready, please. Yeah, me.
I don't know. Everything I said before, because he's the one that said, I want to create a human being, and he decided this.
Yeah, me. Everything 1 year. That's how we roll.
Yeah, dealing with the lawyer.
Have you?
Oh my God. Nice one though. Okay.
Yes. We're back to our main segment for today. When we talk about trending Nigerian stories all across the beats, what happened within the week between Sunday and today. And with me is my adorable co-presenter, Tamilore. Good morning, Tamilore.
Good morning. Good morning. I think I prefer beautiful. That one sounds more mature. Beautiful.
Instead of adorable.
Beautiful.
I thought sounds like
it's true.
Like
it's true. Like I'm beautiful.
Immodest, isn't it?
I'm not immodest. I'm beautiful. It's not
okay. Beautiful.
If you state a fact.
Beautiful and adorable. Good morning. I hope we are still demolished. Yeah?
We are still
I like this. I like it.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready.
By the way, perhaps to underscore all this back and forth, Tamilore is a lawyer, and so you will understand what I'm going through the crucible. Okay, go ahead. Tell us what you have for us this morning.
No comments. Okay. Doyin Okupe passes away at 72. Former presidential spokesperson Dr. Doyin Okupe has died at the age of 72. Okupe, who served under Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, passed away in Lagos after an illness. He was a seasoned political strategist, a former Director General of Peter Obi's 2023 presidential campaign, and a vocal political commentator. Despite his controversial past, including a 2022 money laundering conviction, Okupe remained a key figure in Nigerian politics.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me the other time. I was introducing a legal advisor, a practitioner, and social development advocates, Olutu Bosun or Shifora. We are covered by the Arsenal fiasco the other time. Let's probably introduce him. Good morning, Bosun. Oshifora, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, audience. Nice to be here.
Yeah, Okupe is your kinsman, Abi?
Yes, it is. God rest his soul. It was a bit controversial. And almost up to the very end. But God rest his soul. We don't speak ill of the dead. We just let them pass in peace.
Mm, that's why many of our wickedly live who lived wickedly and died have a have that provides for working on them. We don't speak ill of the devil. I mean of the dead, even when some of them were like devils.
I
You
don't know
know,
But we
why we
don't
do
forget.
that.
The
But we
hold
only
don't
on.
thing
forget what they've done.
Just being
We
fair.
never forget. We never
just
forget
leave.
what they have done.
I don't get why why we don't speak ill of the dead. They're already dead. They can't do anything to us, most likely.
It's just
We
civility.
we just leave. We just let them go.
Let
The
it
only
go.
thing I see there is that I think we came across this man as far back as '92 during the NRC SDP thing. And I was trying to
Yeah,
calculate his age. That means he came in around late 30s
yeah,
onto the
yeah.
census state, the Nigerian territory. And I wonder why people of that age are not thriving this time around. Those who were
Hmm.
there back then are still the ones there now. And I wonder how the 39-year-olds and the 29-year-olds, whenever they will get their own space on the stage, on the political stage in Nigeria. I think we need to start looking at because those people got in very, very early and made massive impact. And well, they have just refused to leave the stage because as at the last election, this man was still, frolicking with the obedience and all. So, but at well over 70, whilst those who were young were having serious difficulty with him. So, and it's the same across board. You look at other political parties, you just find that it's almost a gerontocratic kind of thing. The young ones just don't have any space. So that's just my
Uh,
observation.
uh, but Bosun, I beg to differ. Power is not sabta la cat. You have to take it. And
The voice you are hearing is I'm not sorry. I didn't introduce him. He was sleeping on duty, which was why I didn't remember to. That was good morning, Akindamola Adeboye. Good morning.
good
Is
morning,
that your
Uncle
voice?
Fred. Yeah,
Okay,
that this is my voice. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So
Like I was saying, yeah. I said power is not sabda la cat, and you have to take it. I believe the younger ones nowadays are very extremely lazy, not committed to those kind of settings. They are just involved in their own cocoon, so to speak. Get to the
Okay.
CDA level.
Okay.
You will
well,
get to the CDA level. You will be surprised that the young ones, even on street residents association, they are not interested. Meanwhile,
hmm,
they will be the one to shout to high heavens. They are not giving us the chance. Who will give you the chance when you are not even participating? Nobody will come and
yeah.
call you out to be the chairman or the governor or the president, except you participate. And even when they want to participate, it is from the monetary aspect. It is from what they can get. And yet they keep on shouting that the older ones are not leaving the stage. The older ones will not leave the stage because you are not even showing the willingness to take over from them.
Okay, Akindamola, thank you. We'll take a short break, commercial break, and come back. I still want to come back to that. Don't speak ill of the dead.
I still want to come back on what she's referring to.
I'm coming back on everything.
Celebrate the blessings of this world with local seasonal cues. For great taste and aroma.
Mrs. Can I speak?
No, yeah, live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Akindamola, sorry, what do I call you? I'm not sure which is your surname. Do you have
No,
any
Adeboye.
preferred name?
Yeah, Akindamola Adeboye.
All right. Okay, nice to meet
Yeah,
you, Mr. Adebo.
yeah. Thank you very much. Tamilore. Yeah, I got your name.
Yes.
Yeah.
As we are saying, um, those who taught us this civility, the Europeans and all that, they still they still call it Hitler, Adolf Hitler. They still call him dictator, bloodlust, bloodthirsty, uh,
Mm-hmm.
suicidal, psychosomatic disorder, and all that. Those are not nice. Those are not nice adjectives, you know. So it's very difficult to some of our roguish leaders that have gone, and some that are still even surviving. You can't stop speaking certain things with them in private, too. You know, I
Hmm.
don't know. eh, some people leave some marks on you, on your consciousness or your psyche, that
Very true.
it's difficult to pray for them.
Mhm.
It's
It's
difficult to pray for
difficult.
them. It's
That's true.
extremely difficult. No? Okay. Uh, but we recognize the presence of Dr. Doyo Kupe. He was a medical doctor. It reminds me of another young man like that who was quite ebullient and very interesting gentleman, Adeniji Adele, Demola Adeniji Adele.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Prince Demola Adeniji Adele. Yeah.
Who was a fantastic and brilliant chemical engineering
Mhm.
graduate, first class. So, and he went to join politics, and by the end of the day, he found himself on the wrong side of politics, and then he died, and it was so sad. It was so sad. I really like the chap. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. About um, may Okupe soul find rest where Nigerian dead people rest. Because I, I think the last prayer place, I don't think we're in the same place with others. We are very peculiar people. Oh God. There's heaven for us, but it's going to be Nigerian section. And it will be very easy for me to get in.
Nigeria section, right?
Fudge,
Yeah.
Yes,
Fudge,
so,
can I
yes.
have like 30 seconds on Okupe? Nothing bad. In 2011, when
Okay.
a friend of mine returned from England and he came to my side and I was having my bath and he was watching Channels TV and Okupe was on with Malpe Ogun of Channel back then. I think it was shortly before the election. So Malpe was lamenting and complaining about the state of electricity under the Goodluck Jonathan government. And Okupe, one thing you could give to him is he's very convincing, even when what he's saying is not has no element of truth in it. He would impress himself and he would convince you. And you know what he told Malpe was like, where she live for like 3 months, there's been no light. And up to this morning when she came to the studio, there's no light. Okupe said there's light. That if she can pause and come home, and they've got quickly dashed to the so he just came from England, he didn't know anything. He came to knock on my door. Who is this man? What's he saying? He just rest his
The breed of Nigerian politicians who can sell anything to the populace. They have no, they have no red particles in their blood cells or whatever they call it. They don't feel any ounce of shame or anything. Oh my. Okay. I thought you said it was not something bad that you are going to say about.
No, but that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad in my opinion. That wasn't bad because somehow, you know what? Somehow these people are, well, I won't call them elderly elders. They have a mind of their own. They would not go to join a party because they are friends, right? And their former teachers are joining that party. They will always strike the opposition. and they will do it effectively, still convincing themselves that they're the right camp. I wonder how they got that through, but it was a personal conviction that they had about what they were doing, and they were very, very stubborn about it. Very stubborn about it. All right. So it's not the things they did that we remember them by the things they actually did and said. That was where I was going earlier. Yeah, the things they did and said. We hold them down, and we remember them by those things.
Okay.
Okay, I had one more comment. I would be remiss if I didn't defend my age group. Mr. Adeboye mentioned that the youth are lazy. That statement is reminiscent of our dear Buhari's statement about the youth being lazy in general. So I just want to mention we are not lazy. Even though I'm not in politics myself, I'm sure there are some people. The statement of the youth are lazy is a generalization. So I'm sure there are some younger politicians who are actually doing the work and are trying to make headway, but they are just not finding headway because there's a whole cabal
against headwinds.
Exactly.
And then
I think I support Tamilore. I support her. A long time ago, I saw a cartoon in an old newspaper, and two kids were talking, and one said when he grows up he would like to be a scientist, and the other one said in Nigeria you need to think of surviving for tomorrow first before you think of your dream. And that's exactly what it is. That is a striking challenge we face. A lot of the youth these days are more like they've lost faith, they lost hope in the Nigerian project. So it's really challenging. I have a friend around who is contesting for the position of local councillor in our ward, and is before now for about 5 years now. He's been very, very impactful in the society. Do you know that one of the elders of a particular party, ruling party, let me put it that way, told him and told someone to tell him that, look, we know that you are popular among the people. We know you have done a lot of things, but look, we are not giving you the ticket. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? It's terrible.
Well, just to add to your thoughts, when Akin said earlier that the blanket statements about young people being lazy, not being involved in politics, one of the things I just look at, it's a impressive statement. And one of the things I tell people is that we do not have systems that incorporate young people into politics. We see all the clients that they do. You see this culture of imposition. So bring some obscure element and impose it on people. Bring an unpopular person, and then the youth can't do anything. Then you tell me you just look at it. It's one of I was on LTV a few days ago, and I said, see, if you do that to me, because I have the second address, I'll just walk away. I'm trying to serve. I'm not coming to die here. So I'll walk away and go to my people and go and live in peace. Than start fighting and then they attack you spiritually, physically, and otherwise.
Exactly. And tell you are rude.
It's too hard for young people. You have mothers. Your mom will call you. Don't go and die there. Leave them. Let them go. So they didn't start like that. They had opportunities, and then giving off. You have parties where youth leader is 67-year-old. What are you talking about?
Yes, youth leader.
No, Bosun, please. We are still young at heart.
And because please.
Okay.
Please don't go there.
Thank you, gentlemen. Mr. T has spoken. Unfortunately, Akindamola has dropped down and dropped out. We would like him to understand. On air or even in privacy, we should not generalize. Yeah, good point you made. Most youth run their mouth instead of running their campaign, and they don't get things done. But some are trying. They're trying and failing. You can join us out there wherever you are. You can call us on this line so you can be part of the discussion on Niger Trends. 09136973 485. I repeat, 697-3485. Join the crew on the Vintage Talkshow. She's the baby that tried. Okay. Tamilora, are we ready?
Yes.
Let's move on.
Military officers accused of assaulting electricity workers and journalists. Okay. The Association of Nigerian Electricity Distributors, ANED, is demanding justice after military officers from the San Itnan Air Force Base allegedly attacked staff of Ikeja Electric and journalists. The brutal assault followed a dispute over a 4.3 billion naira electricity debt owed by the base. The association's spokesperson, Sunday Odunton, has called the attack a coup against all distribution companies and is urging the presidency and military authorities to take swift action, warning that failure to address this could embolden further abuses.
It's Sunday, Oduto. Yeah.
My apologies.
We understand. But this is why we are always thankful that we have ended military rule in Africa, in Nigeria, basically. You know, you're owing, you're a debtor, you're owing 4 point something billion, not even million. And then because they you force yourself into uncut it, by I understand the MD of that company into the boot of a vehicle.
No.
They locked it up in the
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
they did.
if it's a true story. That's pathetic. That's in this time, in this age.
Uncle Fat,
Yes, sir.
the first thing I want to ask you, who does payment? Is it the barracks that is directed to school, or is there an agreement? Because sometimes I find that now that's one part. There should be a payment plan and pattern of that kind of thing, because one, you're not expected to seize light in the barracks. Whatever happens, there should be some internal mechanisms by which this is because it's a sensitive department of government. That's as far as that goes. But that doesn't give them the liberty to go ahead and beat up anybody. We're no longer under the military rule. And I feel that the head of the barracks, whoever is in charge, the top person there should actually be queried, because you shouldn't allow that kind of thing to happen. We saw some of the videos, we saw the way they were breathing and how they were beating up people. These people were working for a company and they have their own time. And that much definitely calls for some form of action on the part of the distribution company. So for me, I think the military was 100% wrong, and that shouldn't be allowed to happen any longer. I mean, we don't see this happen in other climes. Military, you don't really see them do this kind of thing. And this should be condemned, and it shouldn't be condoned. And I think they need to they need to ask questions from the leadership of the barracks and how they're owing that money. Then also we need to know how they pay. The government should be responsible for payment. I don't think it's the barracks that should pay directly.
I was wondering, is it that isolated, that selected, identified barrack that will pay the bill, or that have acquired or accumulated that kind of bill, or the entire Air Force as a unit, as a force?
They should have a way. Quickly, sir.
Okay, Uncle Fat, let me quickly come in there. Sorry, Bosun. Yeah. First of all, I want to talk about what they did. It's just ingrained in us, this culture of impunity. That's one. And I think someone should take responsibility for what they did to the electricity officials, because it was bad. It was very extremely, for those of us that were close to the place, it was as if it was a war. Now that's one. Number two is that for each base, each barracks you see, they have their budget. They have a full system running. Accounting department, engineering department, all sorts for all. Well, sorry, I happen to have attended a military school, so I know these things. So, but it's still the same culture of fraud, because I can tell you for free how many of those officers are building hotels and all sorts of building all around. I stayed near the Air Force Base here. It's still away from me. If I would take a walk, I would say less than 3 minutes walk to the Air Force base gate here. We call it Ogundadegbe. Now, they have a full system in place, but these people will not pay because they believe because they believe they can get away with it. And most often time, those officers get to retire, and you see them the opulence that they live in. I think when I was in secondary school, then I remember vividly an Air Force officer built an hotel, and he bought buildings on a street named Shokweju. And we got to know that it was from the accounting department. I don't know what happened with them, and there was infighting and stuff like that one, and they court-martialed him and stuff. Before you could say it, you know, that the name of that hotel was changed. For those that live around me, they still remember vividly. The name of the hotel was changed so that the government will not acquire that hotel. And just of recent, it was sold off. That the building itself was sold off. And I mentioned this to someone yesterday, and he said, so it has been an ongoing thing for a long while. And someone sent those soldiers there, because I can tell you, the area this thing is affecting, they had to shut down the whole, I will not say 80% of Oshodi, and Oshodi includes from PWD, where the Air Force base is, down to the main Oshodi, that BRT terminal. We have been shut down for the past 2 weeks. That's why we can't sleep at night again. The heat is too much, and it is simply because of these people. We are paying customers.
You pay. That's what I'm trying to. And you pay your for your consumption, and they don't want to.
They don't want to pay, and they had to shut down what we call the 33 kVA line, and the 33 kVA line supplies everybody. So they have to shut it down because they can't go near or into the base to shut their own electricity down. So it's So that's why
you still don't have lights.
We don't. Please call anybody in Oshodi, and you will see most of the Oshodi we don't have light. From Shogunle, PWD down to we don't. For the past 2 weeks now. I had to start running on Gen, one day on, one day off. Yesterday, I made it a movie night with my kids, and you know, my wife was like, "So how do we cope with this now? Because how can you buy 5,000 naira fuel every day? It's not sustainable. At least that is for the that's for the better past my neighbor. Sorry, it's not for the normal big. So I had to.
Not the Bosun type of game. Okay.
You know something. This act was so painful. I thought to myself, I will not say a word about it on the show today, because when I saw it, when I saw the graphic things happening, I said we are back to the military days. Now I want to play a scenario in the mind of the military. If UCH Ibadan had a military formation, you do not think they would go on the street and start killing people, because they are life-saving. And for a long while, there was no light in that area, that even Aso Rock had to come to intervene. They shut it down. They knocked them off the grid because they were owing money. Do you get it? And they took laws into their hands. Now, before we begin to go, I think they should know that this time they are not sweeping this issue under the carpet. Because there's no reason, there's no way the military will leave the barracks and go and assault people, officials of government, and without getting a clearance from the authority, from the top hierarchy. They can't step out of it. They cannot. Somebody gave a green light for it.
Yeah, it can be random.
It's not nice. And the people, some people were injured. It just doesn't speak well. It doesn't speak well. And now I'm so scared. And I use the word because I have a phobia for them in public sites where they are guns. I grew up as a rookie on-air personality when stations were being locked up and people were being carted away from the studio. Programs were being shut down. Yeah, I remember that. It's graphic in my head. And when I was reading about this, I said to myself, we're back to those days. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand
I don't think we ever left those days. I don't think we ever left those days. It's just something.
Just so bad.
It's just
quick one.
In summary, yes.
4.5. How did they get there? 4.5 billion.
Yeah.
No. It's not. If you take into context that maybe every month you're supposed to pay 100 million naira for your electricity bill, because if you enter into those barracks, you see the kind of gadgets everybody has in their house because they are not paying.
What I'm saying, sorry, sir. What I'm saying is that any company that's being owed 4.5 billion will go down.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But 4.5 billion is the whole company to ruin the company.
Yeah.
They declare bankruptcy.
That's one customer. Okay.
And I dare say that this particular money being owed is not just something that started of recent. It must have been over the previous administration too.
Yeah, it's over years. It's over years.
Over the years.
I think 2 years ago, the same incident happened. They didn't attack. They sat down at the right round table. They came up with a payment plan. And after that, it was silence throughout. They didn't pay. They refused to pay.
Well, anyway, we have said our minds. The military to investigate. The civilian authorities also should investigate what will make men come out of their barracks to visit mayhem on constituted authority or constituted agency of government, minding their own regulatory duties and that. I think for a debtor to be fighting is what they call the other one is creditor.
It's creditor.
In a most civilized manner is wrong, and it's all shades of wrong. Regulation should come through, and all debtors all over the country, whether military or civilian, pay your debt, so that these discos will not have an excuse to say this is why they are not functioning well. The other day, the minister said if they paid money, the power wattage will increase. I don't know the correlation how it works, but at least let's pay our money. Let's pay the money down and then let's see how.
The minister was correct. The minister is correct, because if you know the amount of debt people are owing, and they expect.
Akindamola, I have to go on break. I have to go on commercial break.
Okay, sir.
We'll come back. I know this is paining you. You have not been sleeping well at night.
Can imagine. Lights.
Oh, just go around beating people anyhow. Anyway, I do throw people into. Would that make the light? Are you going to
people? Yeah, exactly, sir.
But that's not like they took some people to go and reconnect.
No, but you know the thing.
Hello, sirs. Hello, sirs.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, please, I'll need to leave now because the battery level of my phone is going down, and we've not had light for about 24 hours, and my solar panel that I used to get power from, the cable was cut and stolen. So Nigeria has happened to me. I need to go now. Please, lady and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. I have a lot to say. I wanted to talk about Uncle Fudge. Yes, I think we need to add an I to your name to complete the Faji, so that even after our meeting we can share some refreshment and all that. Thank you very much. I hope with this new point of mind, I've been able to convince you. I'm sorry, to confuse you and not to convince you. Sorry. Okay. Eshegon Odabo. Thank you.
That light is really affecting you.
I said this guy is a comedian. When I saw you, I knew you were a comedian. Thank you. But really sad.
The power has affected his voice.
actor. Oh no, this is bad. It was just a gory sight. People should have conscience. I can't be part of that movement. I don't feel bad by this morning. I'm going to be deliberate. They don't give you light. They don't know.
And then see those that have been used as collateral damage. The ones suffering the state now. People are paying.
Yeah.
Okay. We are back. We are back on Top Radio 90.9 FM. This is the Vintage Talkshow. I'm still with Ojekunle, Bosun, Akindamola, Adeboye. The others are following. Okay, Tamara is also here.
Yes.
And we are still riding on. Next story, please.
EFCC grills former minister over 138 million naira fraud. The EFCC has interrogated former Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Ohanenye, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrongly, over allegations of misappropriating 138 million naira meant for women-focused projects. The funds allocated in the 2023 budget were allegedly diverted for personal use, including the controversial PBAT Cares for Women initiative. Investigators say due process was ignored in fund disbursement. The ex-minister remains under questioning as the EFCC digs deeper into the case.
And the woman maintains
innocence.
Innocence, and she's done her bit viciously. She's been quite vocal, even while she was on seat, about trying to block corruption holes and all that. And so it's a little bit mystifying that she's facing grilling at the FCC.
But at the risk of holding brick for her, in a country where people steal billions and somebody is being held for stealing 134 million, is it not just holding someone with the littlest of things? This is Nigeria. So they've gone to look at the books and like, okay, we can pick you here. That's basically what I see here. I'm not saying she's guilty or not, but if it's charged, what they're saying is that the channel of distribution wasn't properly followed. And it was just 130 in Nigeria.
Are you saying that the amount, though negligible, Nigeria sports, even 100 something.
It's very small.
Okay. Are you saying this is like a payback, like a vendetta kind of thing for the pain it caused some clicks?
Let me just say that if government wants to catch you, they will catch you with the littlest of things. That's basically what. Yeah. In a country where people now say billions of dollars. So this one, like, it's just like, well, let's rummage and see what we can use to hold that.
Let's just find something for her.
136 million is forgivable.
What did you say?
136 million is forgivable. Very small.
Well,
in the scheme
I
of
don't know
things.
why lawyers talk like that. Even 1 million.
Yeah.
If you steal 1 million,
It's forgivable.
Well,
He's stealing,
no,
no?
That's
Tamilore, that's stealing. If you are found guilty.
No, I agree.
For
I agree
argument's
on
sake,
that.
yes, for argument's sake, you can say this is chingum.
I mean, in perspective, if you put it in.
No.
She said
I'm
if you
not
put this
standing
into
on
context.
law. I'm not being based
Oh,
on law.
okay.
Then if I just
I get you. But
quarter of 136 million, the way you treat me with special.
You are speaking to me, a normal Nigerian citizen. You're not speaking to a minister of something.
Okay.
Minister of something. What
okay. Okay,
No
but
amount.
point of correction, Fudge. Point of correction, Fudge. This is not chewing gum, it's chewing gum. This one is chewing gum. Please remember that it's chewing gum. Okay, back to Bosun. Back to Bosun. Bosun, you said something earlier, and I held on to it. That if government wants to get you, yeah, they will. Now you are using the word government. Who represents government? Not be people.
Sir, are we in this government? Let's not deceive ourselves now. Are we the government? We are the people. We are not the government themselves. Ourselves. We know where we belong. I don't kid myself. Those in government, we that we are on the offside have been caught by VAR. We are on the other side.
But still giving impression that there's a class to this stealing and this pen robbery. You know, those. I mean, the class of people who have been charged with 80 billion, like the man, we know the gentle lion or the roaring lion, and then people who have been charged with 700 billion, 800 billion. Those are citizens, senior rogues of Nigeria. And
authority stealing by federal authority stealing.
100 million, 120 million. Those are small boys. Those are small boys.
Wow.
when I said the amount of stealing there, I know that God will forgive Bosun and Tamilore for this. We'll take a short break and come back. We'll take a short break and come back. We have a commercial break to pay some bills with. Oh my.
Centric.
Okay, one more story. I won't be able to do my this thing again.
We don't need to do one more story. We don't need to do the one more story.
Fine.
If you have something else to do, just.
No, I like this one.
Okay, it's Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick. What does it?
Kendrick. Well, to be honest, you know more about music than me, so I can't really.
I mean, this your dressing in the hysteria.
I'm siding with my what's her name? To be honest, I don't know. Yes, I'm siding with.
Bosun, you took the word.
No, you won. Natasha, yes.
Yeah, she's rehearsing for the part.
Minister.
To be honest, I would like to be one if I could do, and I would actually make a difference.
We are going back on air
I would
to
love
the Natasha of this studio. Okay. I wish to be at the back end. There's so much fun. That was good.
This is unfair, very unfair.
People are standing by and standing on different kinds of protocols
and principles
and all that. I don't think we'll be able to do. Let's rewind to today. The talk show has taken over. The last story. Let's hear it and see how far we can go.
Okay, this is a sizable amount. Court orders final forfeiture of $1.4 million linked to Emefiele. A federal high court in Lagos ordered the permanent forfeiture of $1.4 million linked to CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele. The EFCC proved that the funds hidden in a Titan Trust Bank account under Donato Limited were proceeds of fraudulent forex trading and forex dealings. Investigators allege that Emefiele and his associates collected bribes from businesses seeking scarce foreign exchange between 2021 and 2022. The ruling follows an interim forfeiture order issued in 2024.
Lawyers in the house, over to you.
Yeah, what money now?
You're taking money now.
Cover. I don't know what they want to forfeit for. There's a 4.5 million, there's a 5 million, there's some. So every day is one day one forfeiture of funds. I don't know how much I think maybe stealing became a game for him because he was just touching funds. Sometimes you wonder whether these people think about death and life after here. Because I mean, touching money for what? When do you want to spend it? He's not a young man. So it's sad the way we have taken to stealing and pilfering and taking public funds. It's
like breathing.
Let him try and continue with life.
It's so tiring and so it just makes the future so bleak. You hear people. Sometimes I say, are they harassing this man? Are they just marginalizing this person and all that? And then you hear stories, and then they begin to fall ill, begin to have all kinds of seizures, and then you hear people.
My problem is that this particular one is not shungomo. I don't even know how to describe this kind of pilfering. This particular is on to another level entirely. As Bosun said, where are you taking the money to? What do you need the property for? When is the expiry date on earth that you can't spend that thing? You can't finish spending it, even if you got away with it.
Wow.
You remember that former NNPC MD? You know, for a man to build, he built a
the one that had money.
He put AC around that bungalow. It was money living inside that bungalow. 24/7 AC was on.
Wow.
Only the money.
Families that money.
And those were dollars.
Dollars, not naira. Cash. I don't know how big where you are now. Imagine that room full of money and AC, just for the money not to get spoiled.
That is right. When it says animals in, how do you deprive people? So and then look at how our countries amenities, infrastructure, so derelict and so useless. When we can
functioning.
And so people sit on the money and then they die well. That's why they have kind of diseases that hospital can't deal with, and they have to go abroad. It's so sad.
Uncle Fred, sorry, sir. My take is this. Maybe the essence of stealing money is to spend it and live large. Which one is stealing money and keeping it? Watching the money.
No, it gives them a weird satisfaction. Actually,
I saw a video of a warehouse. The warehouse. Let me give you an idea of how huge it is. If you park 20 trailers in there, there will still be space for more to make a runabout. It's so massive, and you know what is inside? Stacks of money. That time they were doing foreign, they are switching money around and all that stuff. Stacks of naira notes. I think they have 1,000 naira notes or 500 naira notes. It was sky high.
Yes. I remember
it was all over the place. I almost fainted.
They piled them up.
Piled them up, starched in nylon and everything. I said, what?
At this point,
that's so impoverished. People are.
At this point, I think it's sickness because it's not you. there's no way from where we are standing, our rational minds, that we can understand what they're doing. So there's something wrong somewhere with them.
I suppose
They've moved on to a different.
It is a psychotic, yeah. It is. Because when we were growing up, it was almost like fun seeing your friends steal pencils and writing materials. When they, we have the names. When they are looking for, if you are looking for Tamilore's pen, we just mention the guy's name. Go into the guy's bag. The pen is there. We didn't see the guy take the pen. We just had the tag. We took it. So I'd seen that thing, and when we sat down, it was like it was a psycho problem. They will have their own. They would keep their own. Yes, they would call it tapping. They would tap yours. And that's what I see in today's Nigeria, with big men who don't need the money, but tap the money and keep the money.
These are politicians. So we don't know what civil servants are doing. No. We don't know what ordinary private citizens are doing.
We don't know what they are worse. They are worse. Civil servants are the ones that show the politicians the way.
The way.
To the money. Where you can, yeah. That's why the last story before this, that's why when they said it was because I believe it was just a civil servant that said, okay, you can probably catch her this way because she never really had any debt on her and stuff like that one. Because there are some monies that ordinarily, if you spend, nobody will even take cognizance of it. And those are the kind of money they are. Okay, madam, you can take this. Madam, we have budgeted it. It's in the budget. 5 million every day for you. It's in the budget. You can spend it as you like. And instead of being the kind of person she is, you don't need to take this money small now. Just take it. It's yours.
Let's take it. It's lump sum.
Oh yeah.
I have.
Akintunde, remember Professor Adeboye? That was happened. Somebody with a fantastic record, same civil servant came to heaped it on her.
Yeah.
Let's hear Tamilore.
Yeah. So my story has to do with when you mentioned civil servant stealing. I just remember I went to. I hope this one doesn't put me in trouble. I went to Ministry of Lands one day to do search. So at the let me skip that story. Let me skip it. So that I never put myself in trouble.
What will happen? What will they do to you?
I don't know. I don't want anybody to come and arrest me. Please let me go to my next story.
Of fraudulent.
Why are you the one that is saying needs? We are living in the same house. They come and arrest you. Arrest me.
One thing I've known Fudge for all my years is bold. Fudge is bold and very, yeah. So,
yes, you have children now.
Okay, is there one of two stories? Okay, what's the second one?
Stories. I think one of the issues with our politicians and their ability to steal money with impunity is they don't have a sense that somebody's going to punish them. Let me go to the story of a Nigerian citizen. I don't steal anymore, but that's because when I was small, my mother, I stole 50 naira. I think it was less than 50 naira, more like 10 naira. So I stole 10 naira to buy a pencil and a chewing gum because I really like writing. I didn't have anything to write per se. I just wanted to write. And I knew that there was 10 naira in my mom's bag. I was maybe 7 or so at the time. So my mom found out. Nobody outed me. I don't know how she found out. She found out. Let's imagine she's the police. She found out. And then she sat me down. And she bought me a pack of chewing gum. There must have been like 100, 150. And then she sat me down there and she told me I should chew. So I chewed. Chewing gum for the next year and a half. And anytime I want to steal, my hand would just crunch up because I just cannot. So consequences.
Some of these problems come from upbringing. Problem
and a lack of consequences,
and of course absence of consequences in Nigeria.
Those military guys that went to do what they did, I don't know if anything will happen.
The impunity, nothing will happen. That's how it is. That's how they get away with it. Because after some time, nothing will happen. Yes.
we had a security stakeholders meeting with a DPO yesterday, and it was talking about the menace of drugs, Yahoo boys, and stuff like that one. And the next thing he said, "Do I have Chairman? Do you have anything to say?" I was looking at him that, okay, so if I have anything to say, it is within the officers here now.
I'll
The
come and
officers
say
that,
it.
that will come and say it. Okay, I said no. We'll talk later, because these are the people that they have a standing order with the Yahoo guys, with the drug guys. They remit money to them day in, day out. Yet their senior officer is telling me he wants to quench the and do I have anything to say? I see he doesn't know that.
You would have said no. You would have said no and put the double O. No. You would have said no.
This has been a fantastic day for me. I don't know about you. I hope our listeners have enjoyed our talk this morning. I must thank you. Tamilore, thank you. It's time to say your bye now.
Okay, have a wonderful rest of the weekend, everyone. Have a wonderful life, to be honest.
Okay, is Ife still around?
Yes.
Okay. Esi-Ìfẹ, come and say your bye. It's so when it's so interesting, time moves so fast. Yes, Esi-Ìfẹ.
Goodbye to everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed, be positive. Love you.
Yes, that's the representative of the Women's International Women's Day essayist. Okay, Amara's just come on. It's been allowed to the network. Amara, please say your buys. We are shutting down.
Okay, see you everyone. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for listening to our amazing women out there. Happy International Women's Day.
And thank you for adding your voice to us this morning. Thank you. Okay, Akindamola, say your bye.
Okay, it's nice connecting with everybody, and thank you. And one advice for the week: be as gentle as you do, but be as wise as you speak. Don't let Nigeria happen to you. Thank you.
Yes, don't make promises around people and military people. Know how you talk. Okay, okay, boss, say your byes.
All right, bye everyone. Let's stay hopeful. We will still get the Nigerian of our dreams.
Amen.
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 And Mr. T.
Thank you, Faj. Thank you, everybody. It's a unique season for the Ramadan, a unique season for the Lenten season. Pick the salient lessons and apply them. Good morning.
Thank you. Wonderful people. Thank you so much. As we often say here, be genuinely nice to people around you every day and do good as best as you can afford it. I say from me to you, have a blessed weekend. Bye.
All right. Bye, Mr.
Go and
T.
shut the Facebook.
All right. Bye,
Bye,
Mr. T.
everybody.
Bye, Mr. Adeboye. Bye, Omolara.